on now. There we go. We are recording. Okay, so we're right now on, and that's what we're going to do. Okay, so today is Tuesday, September the 30th, 2025. This is week 11 of CAD for Construction, and we are going to continue on. This is fall semester, so we're going to continue on right here. And tonight we're going to introduce the thought of the warehouse project, which actually also introduces topography. So this is what we're going to do. This is where we're going to go. And I have a bit of this first part, I actually have a handout, but what we're going to do prior to that is we are going to just actually put the topography together. And then, if I can find that, do I have it? I know I put it in here. Let's see here. I've got it. Yeah, I've got it right here. Okay, so that's good. All right, so here's what we're going to do. First of all, as always, you want to go ahead and go to Brightspace, and you want to download the template. So let's go out here. So I'm going to go with you out to Brightspace. So you go out to here, and on Brightspace, as we go out to here, you're going to go to our class. And when we go to our class, we're going to go over to here. And all right, then going down to here, we are going to go to this one down. You may have to open it up. I think they're down here. So there's a view all if you can't see it. And this one is called the warehouse project. Where is it? Where is it? Let me find it. Better be here. All right. Okay.
It's right there.
There it is. Yes, it is. Thank you. Okay, so you got the warehouse project. Okay, now this one right here. Now, one thing I haven't actually, yeah, here's the assignment right here. And I think this one we could actually, yes, we did this right here. Okay, so this is what we're going to do right here. So we're going to model a rectangular warehouse with the following parameters. I'm going to hand this out to you, so don't worry about that. I'm going to hand that in a minute. But let's do this. Let's just go here and let's download this warehouse project template. So click on there. And then what you want to do is you want to hit download. And as always, you don't want to double click on the template. Again, don't double click on the template. And if you do double click on the template, which happens, then you'll just have to, you won't be able to save it as a project. You'll have to save it a template. And then you'll have to use that as a template, which is what you should have done in the first place. And then you can save it as a project. Okay, so we have this right here. So what we do is we go back to Revit. If you've not opened it yet, we're going to go here. First of all, this is what it's going to look like. Okay, so just take a look there. Now check this out. This is kind of rough, but what it is, it's the very basics right here. So what you're looking at right here, this is something that you're going to do tonight. It's a very basic topography. And what I did is I made this deliberately simple, again, to teach the concept. And this one right here is essentially you've got this this topo. And if I go here, if I go to front right here, we take a look at it. This is what's going on right here. It starts down here at level 1. It actually is seated on level 2, and then it goes up to level 3, which is where we're going to put our roof in. So that's what's going to happen here. So that's where we're going with this right here. So we start it with nothing, and I didn't put a roof on just so you guys could see it better. Okay, so that's what's going to happen. Now, let me show you something kind of cool here. When you take a look at level 2, what it looks like. If I go to level 2, this is what we have going on here. I'm just going to do a quick little thing to show you what's happening here. So what I did here is, again, I took that coffee roastery thing and I just kind of used it as my inspiration for this. So what we have going on right here, if you were to kind of walk in the front entrance, you'd have a look. It would look something like this. If you take a look at it, you've got here, you got these different things. This is a coffee grinder. You have back here, you actually have a industrial coffee roaster. Back over here, you've got a coffee grinder, and then I have some other items, you know, here and there. So all that is there. Now, so here's what we're going to do. We're actually going to go ahead and we're going to just kind of spend some time and put this together. Now, how this looks right now is my own idea. I'm going to go to level 2 so you guys can see it. And if you take a look at this, what I've got going on here is I have one restroom up here. I have another restroom down here. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 offices, okay, along here. Then I have these tables that are right here. Tables here, you got these right here, these roasters are really big, so I couldn't put them on a table because they're not table based. But over here, you do have things like these nut roasters. I also have over here the Mazza coffee grinder, and I also have the Matza, I should say the Matza coffee grinder. Then over here, you also have the Fetco coffee grinder. So I have these different elements. And as I take a look at those, I can then preview them, just by looking in a little bit closer. If I take this view right here, it shows me what's going on here. So over here, I have different other equipment. And again, it probably looks nothing like this inside of the Tim Hortons factory. But I thought, hey, let's just go ahead and be creative with this. But this is the kind of thing you can do. Now, I have taught you how to do how to move and copy and rotate. I'm not going to show you again. This is something that the help is completely there. You can just look it up, read it, figure it out. You can do it. Okay. So I'm not going to tell you every mouse click and everything because it's time you guys start to kind of like walk in what I'm showing you. Also, please notice some of these items are going to have to actually be set on top of these tabletops. You might have to change the elevation of these items. Okay. Putting into components. And you've got these nut roasters, other things. So just be aware of that. I'll show you the first little bit, but just be aware that there'll be a little bit of tweaking to make that work. Okay, so that's where we're going here. So this is what it looks like when we're all done. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut everything down except for, I'm going to go right to here to my level 2 here, and I'm going to let that go. And I'm going to shut everything else down. By the way, if you ever want to close all your views, I got a bunch of views open right now. This right here will close them all at once, close and active views. And you can tell it's that because if you hover your cursor over it, it'll tell you that close and active views. It's got a little red X. So we click on that. I'm only on this now. Now, this is what we're going to make. That's what we're going to make. So, all right. So have all you guys started it? And are you guys with me so far? Anybody not? Okay. In other words, yeah. We'll do this together. If you downloaded it, we'll just go through this together. So let me do this. So this is what it looks like. So here's what we're going to do. Excuse me. We're going to go here, and you're going to go to File, and you're going to go to New. Okay, if you don't see that, you can go right here and just click on New. So click on New, and when you click on New, you have to go out here and browse out to choose our template. So you go to Browse out here, and the template is going to be, you're going to find it if you go to your desktop here. If you go to your desktop here, and when you go to your desktop, you'll see your downloads, which is where we just downloaded it to. So go there. And right here, you have your Warehouse Project 2025 template. And that is in there. And I was just working on this today. Should be working great, should hum along quite nicely. So we'll go ahead and click open. And you're going to click OK. And it's going to look like this. So let me see how you guys are doing so far. Okay, looks good. Tyler, looks good. Colin, looks good. Bryson. All right, Jack, looks good. And the delay on this is just kind of waiting because of the latency in the system. So I'm just kind of watching. Make sure we're all there. Okay. Okay, very good. Now that we have this, what we're going to do is we're going to save it just to get started. And what did I name mine? I named mine, I think, just Warehouse Project with your last name. So go up here and just go to File, Save As, Project, File, Save As, Project, and you're going to save it to your desktop. So you go over here to your desktop, File, Save As, Project, and you're going to name it all in caps, Warehouse Project with your last name.
It's all correct.
Okay, will it let you save it as a template?
Yeah.
Then just save it as a template and we'll deal with it later. Make sure the name's the same though. Okay, now at this point okay, if you guys get that all set there.
Warehouse Project, last name?
Warehouse Project space dash space your last name. All in capitals. And don't worry if you can always correct the spelling later. And make sure you save it someplace where you can find it. Okay, I think we're all there, right? We're getting there. And Colin, you okay?
Hmm?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I just realized I forgot to save it to the desktop.
Okay, all right. Okay, here we go. Now that we have this, and also this is a little bit slow. I'm just making sure everyone's there. I have this, and here's the thing: you guys are the recipients of my many years of experience in training professionals, where I actually have to make sure everyone's with me. I can't go on until everyone's with me. That's just kind of how it is. And so most college classes don't do that, but I do because I'm used to treating people like professionals, and that's what I have to do for them. So I'm kind of treating them like professionals. I don't like to leave anyone. There's also something, a little bit of philosophy, I guess I have, is you never leave a man behind. And in this case, we're all men, but the thing is, or ladies, don't leave me behind. But I don't like to leave anyone behind. So as much as I can, I like to keep everybody on the same page. Okay, so we're going to do that. Okay, so now you're going to notice it up here in Revit when you're working with this. We have this, all these options right here. It can be really overwhelming. But let me ask you a question here. Take a look on the top, all the tabs at the top. And if we want to do topography, take a look at those tabs. And which of those tabs do you think would be the most likely place to find it?
Massing and site.
Ding, 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 ding. Was that? That's right, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Very good. So massing and site. So click on massing and site. That's exactly it. So that kind of thought process will get you where you want to be. So you go to massing and site. Now that we've gone to massing and site, let me explain a couple things here. Because now you've got something called mass settings. And what you can do in Revit is Revit will allow you to do this kind of like mass study, just like make big like blocks that look like something. Say, yeah, the building's gonna look kind of like that. Just kind of throw something out for customer. And we're not going to do that right now. But also, you're going to see you got your topo solid. Topo solid's right here. And the topo solid is something that in your surveying class, you guys going to be doing like solid type stuff, 3D type stuff and all, or is that not going to be part of it? So, okay. It's something that I know that the previous program director, does everyone remember Holly? Holly Holovitsky? Just a memory now, okay? She was the one. She actually was the one who started this, and she was really good. So the fact that we still have this program right now is because of Holly. She was great. She hired me, and everyone else is really good too. But this was her specialty. So she kind of knew all this stuff, and she had some kind of program that actually did everything in 3D topography. And so anyway, you guys will probably get to that later, but maybe not today. Maybe not this semester. Okay, so right now you got this top topo solid. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up here to this topo solid, which is up here. So you click this drop down. All right, now when you click this drop down, you're going to see you've got create from sketch or create from import. You can import one if you have one. Well, let's go to create from sketch. Create from sketch. And I'm just going to pop over to this other one real quickly. I want to basically verify the size of this one that I did before. Now this one is, let me see real quickly here. How big did I make this? All right, yeah, 200 feet. I did 200 feet by 200 feet. Okay, good. So we're gonna make a 200 foot by 200 foot topography. Now, to do this, you want to go first of all to yeah, level one's correct. So we're putting this on level one. Notice that we're putting it on level one, and we're going to go over here. And this, you guys see this tool right here is rectangle. That's what we want to use. So go up to this rectangle and click on it, and just click and make a rectangle. Don't worry about the size. Just click and make a rectangle, and then hit your green check mark. Just go ahead and do that much. And once you've done that, it should look like this. If you have it in realistic, you guys should be seeing it in green. You guys will see it in green? If you don't, that's okay. You can put on your realistic down here, and you can make it realistic, and it should be in green. Okay. We'll get there. Should be the same as mine, but that's okay. Okay. Okay, looks like you get okay. Yeah, you guys are there. Good. Okay, and who have we down here? Okay, good. Okay, you're all there. Now we're gonna make this 200 by 200. Now we learned how to do this before. So you click on this and double click on it, and when you double click on it, it lights up like this. And what you're able to do now is define the boundary. So this is how you do it. Let's click on the top line When you click on the top line, this pops up over here, and this lets us go ahead and define how large of an area we want. So we'll make that 200 right there. Make that 200, and then you'll do the same thing for the bottom. You click on here and make sure it's 200 both ways. So 200 there, and I got that one. Oh, I missed it. So 224. So make that 200. So 200 in both directions. So it's 200 feet. So just check it. Check your dimensions. They should be 200 feet. And then click on this, and that should be 200 feet as well. So 200 feet in these different directions. So 200 feet and 200 feet. When you have that done, hit your green check mark, and it should look like this. Press your escape key, and when you press your escape key, you should be getting this kind of a green kind of a look right there. That's actually so far is our topography. You guys with me? Okay. Now here's where it gets interesting. We're going to double click on it again, and actually, sorry, not double click, single click. So if you double click, click the red X to get out of there, just single click. Now, when you single click, now we're at the kind of blue-gray color that you were talking about before there, Mike. And what you're going to see is right up here, you've got it where you can actually add a point. Now, let me explain something here. When you're working with Revit, this works for floors, this works for topography, which all kind of stuff. So you adding a point lets you actually go ahead and add a topography point. Is it higher? Is it lower than the floor? That kind of a thing. So that's what we're going to do right now. So what we're going to do is we are going to put an elevated point up in 4 places. We're just going to make it. We're just going to go to 4 corners. We're going to make it go 1, 2, 3, 4. Did Dave keep you asleep last night?
Oh, both my kids are sick.
Oh, okay. All right. You look a little tired.
I'm tired.
Okay. All right. I can really. And they're done that. Got the T-shirt and the mug. You know. So yeah. All right. Well, God bless you. Wish you they were on it. Anyway, okay, so we're going to move on here. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to add a point. When we add a point, which is right up there, I've got my cursor on top of it. We're going to go to add a point. Now, when you go to add a point, next thing we're going to do here is some cool things come here. You can make a point in relation to the surface, which is what we're going to do, a long surface, but you could make it absolute and then, hey, look at that, snap XYZ. All right, so there's some cool options here. We're going to go here and where it says we're going to leave a long surface, the choice, and then offset from surface, you're going to go right in there, just make it 10. That's 10 feet. And now this is where it gets kind of cool here. What you're going to do is you're going to take your cursor and bring it right around here. You don't want to get too far in here because you want enough room. So you're going to bring it right around here. So click right around there. And it actually clears out some space like that, which is kind of cool. And then you can bring it down here and you can do it again and click there. And then you can bring it over here and look at the shape. Look at the shape. The kind of topography is kind of like doing this. Just going to pick 4 corners like that. And when you do that, you have just added those high points. Okay, so that is what you created. Now we're deliberately keeping this simple. Topography is not usually this forgiving, but that's what we have here. Now to get out of here, you press your escape key twice. Now, when you press your escape key twice, you're out of there. Now, just to show what this looks like and where we are right now, what you want to do is go over here to your 3D house right up here. Go to your default 3D view. And if you take this and kind of like just twist a little bit, you've got that. So essentially you have, you know, kind of like you've got a square base. It's kind of coming up. And this is what you would actually call a frustum or frustum pyramid, where actually the top is flat. That's actually what you've done right here. Okay, so that's what this is. So now what you got right here is you got this topography going right here, and you have a flattish surface on the top. And so what we're going to do is that is where we're going to put this. So we're just going to check this and make sure it looks about right. Let's go back to let's go to level 1. Let's go to level 1 and let's go ahead and click on this. Just single click. And let's go up here to where it says modify sub-elements, right up here, modify sub-elements. We're going to make all of them we're going to make sure all of them are at 10 feet. So when you go modify sub-elements, these show up. And just hover your cursor over this one and make sure it's 10 feet. Now it's not. You see right there, it's actually 13 feet and something. Yours will probably be something the same. So let's go ahead and just make that 10, just to make it all nice and even. And you can take these and you can edit them and place them at different elevations. We're going to make them all 10 just so it's predictable. So go there and do that and make that 10. So make that 10. Okay, and then I'll go over here and do the same thing. That one is 10, and then click on this one more time. Modify sub-elements, and then go down here, and I want this one to be 10. So all those are going to be 10. And that is what we just did there. So that is how you'd make those work. And then once we've done that, we're then going to take a look at it in 3D. When you look at it in 3D, now you got a nice flat top there. Got a flat top. Again, as if it's been graded and it's ready to go. And so we're just going to leave that. So again, what we did is we went into here, we clicked on this, and once we did, we went to modify sub-elements. And went to modify sub-elements, these 4 blue dots, you want to click on them and make sure they're set at 10 feet. All right, so just click on that, modify sub-elements, and click on this, and that's how you do that. Now, once you're done, take a look at it in 3D. It's going to look something like that. You guys with me? Okay, save your work, and we're going to continue on here. Now, moving on from there, we're now going to go back to, yeah, let's go to level 2. Go to level 2. Oh, that's mine. I'm sorry. Go to level 1. Sorry. Go to level 1. Stay here. Stay on level 1. We're just gonna put this on there. But what we're gonna do though is this is my level 2, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with this one right here by actually going ahead and we're going to draw this footprint right here of this building. Now this footprint is actually it's actually 100 feet by 50 feet, 100 feet from right to left, 50 feet up and down. So that's what we're going to do. And we're actually going to go from the outside corner of the building. So we'll go over to here, and this is how we're going to do this. We're going to make a slab. Now, this is where this gets really good. We're going to make a slab, and then we're going to excavate the topography so the slab actually sinks into it. This is kind of cool here. All right, so what you're going to do now, you're going to go over here and put in a floor. So go up here to floor. So click on floor, and you'll notice over here, this says floor generic 12 inches. So it's a 12-inch floor, okay? That's what we have right now. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to go up here, and we're going to click on this. So click on this rectangle, and you want to change the actual, let's see here. Yeah, so we're good to go there. Yeah, that's good. And we're just going to go, and we're going to pick a point here, and we're just going to do the outside edge, outside edge. So go here. We're just going to bring it down here, and just bring it down and stop somewhere right there, and then hit your green check mark, and that might be, okay, so that's just disappeared. Okay, and the reason why it disappeared is because I made a mistake, but we'll get it back. Did yours disappear, you guys? No? Okay. It probably should have, but okay, if it disappeared, then this is what we're going to do. When you're all done, hit your green check mark. I'm going to show you how to find it, because what happened is we drew it on level 1 instead of level 2. Easy to fix. So first of all, we're going to click on this, and how do we make the topography disappear? Yeah, you hide it. So you right-click your mouse and go to hide in view the element. And then there's your gray your slab right there. So go ahead and do that. So now we're going to look at this, and the size of this is going to be, well, you got to double click on that. It's going to be 100 feet in this direction, and then it's going to be 50 feet in the other, 100 by 50. And then you're going to go over here, and you're going to hit your green check mark. And with that still selected, you're going to put it on level 2 over here. So to do this, we're going to go over here and put it on level 2. And to do that, you're going to go over here, and you're going to choose this right here. Change it right from there. And you're going to make it, you're going to go ahead and make it say level 2. So we're going to do that. So we change that to level 2. And when you change to level 2, it's going to probably disappear, but that's okay. And then we're going to go to level 2. And when you go to level 2, you should see something like that. Okay. And at this point, when you look at level 2, it should look like this. And if it's not sitting right on top as it should, just click on it and just use your arrow keys to move it over a little bit. So it's kind of centered like that. And then save your work. And so what we're doing there is we're getting it into position. Yeah, okay. Looks like you guys are getting there. And you may need to turn off the realistic so you can see a little bit better. And we'll be turning that on later because as it is right now, the graphics right now in Revit tend to be a little bit weak in this area, particularly on these machines. But when you're done, you should be seeing something like this. And if you look at it in 3D, it'll look something like that. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna fix this, okay? Because what's happening right? Okay, so when you're done, you got this in. Take a look at it in 3D, and it should look like this. So take a look at it in 3D. I'll show you something kind of cool here. Take a look at it in 3D. Okay, now once you're seeing it in 3D, if you guys could all do that, that'd be great. You take a look at the 3D view, and then once you're taking a look at it in 3D, this is what we're going to do. We're going to excavate this out of here. So this is how you do it. Click on the topo just like that. And then do you guys see this right here, excavate? So click on the topo, click on excavate, and then you want to click on the floor you made, and it actually excavates out just like that. And what it does, it takes out any dirt that was there. And then what you can do is we could actually make this a little bit higher. So it's kind of like flat on a flat surface. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to click on this and we're just going to make it 1 inch above. So we'll go over here, the height offset. Make sure you type in the inch. 1 inch. Inch is the double quote, and you hit enter, and you're going to see it just kind of like push up just a little bit. So it's got a little bit of an edge there. And that is how you would go ahead and put this together. That's how you put that in there. So now this is all good. It's all in position and we are good to go. So now that is where we want to be. And looks like you guys all have that.
My grass area is still missing the 3D view.
Okay, let me take a look at that. And that's Jack?
Yep.
All right, let me take a look. All right. Let me take over for a second here. Is that yours right there?
Yeah.
Okay, let me take a look here. Make sure I got it. Okay, so looking at this, it's a 3D view. Okay, let's do this. Okay, all right. Let's just make this shaded. Okay, not sure what happened there. Okay, so that looks good. All right, so you got that. You got your topo solid. That's good. Level 1, you got your topo solid there. Good. All right, and then over here, you got this on level 2. Okay, make sure that's there. That's on level 2. That's good. And the size of it is 50. Good. By 100. Yep. Okay, so that's all looking good. Green check mark. I'll check this. I'll just grab this one more time, and I'll put it up in 1 inch. Up. Okay, 1 inch. 1 inch center. All right, hit the green check mark. All right, let's see how we're doing now. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Who's got a question?
I do, apparently.
Yeah.
When I go to change it to 1 inch, the whole thing just disappears.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, this right now. Yeah, I'm not sure where your topo is right now. You know, it's like it's hidden or something. So let's see here. Let's see if it's hidden. Yeah, it's hidden. All right, so that got hidden somehow. So we're gonna go here and we're gonna bring it back. I'll be right with you, Joey. And so I'm gonna go here and then we're going to right click on this. We're going to go to unhide view. And always when you're working with this right now, you just got to kind of learn to sleuth your way through these things and kind of figure it out. And that's it right there. Okay.
Thank you.
All set? Yeah. And so we got that. Now let me go ahead and let that out there.
I think so.
What's that?
I don't know what I was thinking.
I
think it's fine now.
It's all better?
Oh.
Okay. All right. So take a look at it in 3D. And when you look at it in 3D, it should look like this. Now, what do we do there? Is we made a very simple kind of elevated surface. It actually goes down here, it goes up 10 feet, and that's really all it is. It's flat at the top, and we put a foundation on top of it. Now, in real life, when you do that excavation, what that would do is if you had a rough, uneven terrain with high spots and low spots, you'd basically just be excavating right out. And you just go right down and you just have a nice flat surface. So we're keeping it simple, but this will work in any of those. And I've used it in those kind of situations, but I want to show you something easy. Now you know it works. Bryson, did that work for you? Yours okay? You're here right now? Yeah. Okay, good. All right, because the screen I was looking at was a little bit slow and a couple people. Okay, so everyone's good right now? Okay, good. So now that we got this, the rest of this you kind of know how to do, okay? Because this was the hard part. This is the part I want to show you. And this is the part that as we go forward, we're going to be doing more in conjunction with like the surveying points and so forth, because I'm going to be getting a little bit more involved in that myself. So now that we have this right here, this is 100 feet by 50 feet. That's the size of it. So what we want to do now is we want to use the walls, and I have the walls in there right now. And the walls are going to go all the way around the perimeter. So we'll do that, and then I'll get you guys kind of started on your own. So go back to, you want to go to level 2. Go to level 2. When you go to level 2, it should look like this. All right, now, here's what you're going to do. How can you center it? If you click on the actual, this right here, use your arrow keys and do that, okay? Oh, okay. To do that, what you would do is you'd make some reference planes. And so if you want to do that, you go reference plane and you just go right here and you go straight down. If you want to keep it perfectly centered, and you go here and there. And then at that point, what you would do is you do the same thing with those. And then you could just kind of like align it with that right there. So in this one, there's not a centroid on this right here. So what I was doing, if I wanted to get it completely there, I didn't prepare this with that thought in mind. But what you could do is at this point, you could just simply put a dimension here and say, okay, from here to here, what is that? And that should actually be 27, and then you get to go from here to there like this. This would be probably the most kosher way to do it. So in that situation, then what you would do is to get that to be 51 feet, you'd go here, and what I would do is I just select the floor and I just go over here until I get down to 50. And I'm going to zoom in a little closer so I have a little more accuracy.
Could you do the line there that we learned?
You could you use the line in this case? The only way you could use, that's a good point. What I could do is if I wanted to do it that way, is I could take this. Actually, that's another way I could do it. I could take this. That's a good point. What I could do is I could take this, I could take these reference planes right here, and what I could do with those, for some reason I can't select those. Not sure why that is. The reference planes are being sticky. All right. Well, that's okay. But what you could do is you could simply offset this 50 feet this way and 50 feet the other way. You could do that. And if you did that, you could use your line then. That's true. So yeah, you could. And so at this point, I'm just going to do it this way and kind of get it down to here. And that's kind of like being a little bit stubborn, but that's okay. We can get it there. And then we'll 24 and some change. All right, but that is how you would do it. And what I would have done probably in that particular case is I would have made these reference planes. I would have just offset those, and then we could have just used the align like was just suggested. So let me go ahead and go over here. And what I can do here is I can go over here and touch this reference plane over. I'm going to go over 50 feet, 50 like that. Actually, I'll just count. Well, you get the idea though, right? Does that make sense, Mike? Okay. So once you've got that, you'll have it dead on. And then I'm just gonna get rid of these because they're going to be a little confusing. So let me just do that. So let me hide this and get rid of those. Yeah, hide the view, this element, and get rid of those. So get rid of that. Okay, there. Then we'll bring this back. Okay, and so now that we've got this, we're going to unhide that in the view, that element. Okay, so we're good to go. So now that we've got that, we'll go back to the 3D view and take a look at the 3D view, and it looks like this. And now that's where it should be. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go to level 2, and we're going to put our walls on top. Now, when you go to put the walls on top, we're going to use the, well, you're going to start with the outside walls. This is a interior wall. You don't want that. You want generic 8 inches. Use your generic 8-inch wall type, which is here. So you'll have to change it. If not, you're going to have the wrong wall type, and it's going to be a little bit problematic. So make sure you change this. And then you're going to use your rectangle, which is right up here. Your rectangle tool is right up here. And here's my red highlighter. You want to go here and use rectangle. So you click on rectangle. And when you click on rectangle, it's going to go from here to here. And press your escape key and take a look at 3D. And now that is your working area. You guys look good so far? Okay. All right, now at this point, I am going to turn you guys loose because now you guys know enough to do the remainder. And what I have right here, and again, what I'm trying to do is kind of like thread the needle as far as like giving you enough information to teach you as much as is necessary to do some lecture. But then I really think it's going to be important for you guys to get in the whole design process. Now, you saw what I did. That's one idea as far as how you can do this parameter. What you want to do is, as you're working with this, you want to go ahead and you want to do something else, or do what I did. And I'll put mine back up so you guys can see it. And I did want that back. Yes, I definitely want that back. So thank you. If anyone else has it, so I get that back, please, that means I can save some toner and I want to go through it again next semester. And so if you have those, I got about, I don't know, 9 of them back or something. So yeah. All right. Thank you. Yeah, and you can print those up too, because on Brightspace, I've got those, and you just go ahead and print out the PDF and do that. That's back here too. Okay, now what I've got here are the basics, and everything on here I mentioned. We know enough now to do this. And yeah. Oh, right click on it, and choose unhide. You already got select now, right? Yes. Yes. And then press game page right now. Yeah. That's okay. You got to turn the light bulb. So yeah. So what that is the red elements when you're in that view show up as being invisible, and yeah, so that's what you do there. Okay, then you've done there. Yeah, there you go. That's it. And so if I can just get you guys comfortable with that, it will be a good night. Okay, now here we go. Now here's the deal. I mentioned there's a roaster over there. We did the first item and the second item and the third item. Now the rest is and the fourth and the fifth. We did all those. So we created topography for specs given in class. I gave you those specs and you did that. We modeled a rectangular warehouse with the following parameters. The second floor wall is generic 8 inches. Top constraint was level 3. We did that. Warehouse is 100 feet by 50 feet. The floor for level 1 is generic 12 inches. Now, you're going to create a. Now, I wouldn't do the ceiling just yet because it's tough to see it. So you're going to do it eventually. You're also going to create a gabled roof eventually. But before you get into that, and before you put in the lighting fixtures, what you want to do is you want to put in your walls, your interior walls. What you want to do is you want to create 2 restrooms with toilets and sinks. And the reason I'm telling you this is because if you don't do it this way, if you don't put your interior elements in first, it's going to be a little bit you're going to have to go a lot of back and forth. So just easier to do it that way. So you're going to use the interior walls for your partitions, 5.5-inch walls for the interior. You want to do that. And let's see here, create 2 restrooms with toilets and sinks, create 4 offices on the perimeter of the floor plan. Now, let me just kind of show you what I did. And then I'm just going to turn you guys loose and let you work on that. And that is the project for tonight. And so let me just kind of just show you what I did here so you guys can see this. So over here, what I did is it looks like this. Now please notice what I did. What I've got going on here is this is the exact same floor plan you have. Right here, I have this. That's there. And that's 10'6". It could be 10 foot, could be 11 feet, could be 12 feet. But you've got that right there. And then this particular restroom, that's about 18 feet and 9 inches. You got three toilets, 2 urinals, and you got a sink there. I also have some windows here, okay, which are on the perimeter. Then you have 2 offices here. Now, this office right here is 11 foot and 1 1/8 over here. So this is 12'6", whatever fits, whatever you guys want to make it work. Then over here, you got another one over here. This is 10'8" over here. And this over here is 11'2". So that is one way of doing it. And then down here, you have, this would be probably, since it's all toilets, that would be the women's restroom. And then over here, that is what we have. So those are a couple restrooms, and that is an idea about how you could actually fulfill this. So you have a couple of, you have some restrooms, and then you have some offices on the perimeter, 4 offices on the perimeter, and then you have tables. Now these tables, this is the lab table. That's what it's called, lab table. And I use the particular lab table that I use is 60 by 30. It says over here, 60 by 30. So I place those. And then the item that you see right here, this is actually the Fetco coffee grinder. Over here, this is actually the industrial cafe roaster. Over here, this is a nut roaster because I actually do roast nuts. I actually do that. Used to have a business that does that. Make them every Christmas. If you guys are lucky, I might make some for you. You got the Matza coffee grinder here, and then you have right here the Fetco coffee grinder. So that is what you want to do. So using your own skills, using your own design, put in your walls and your doors, and then after that, put in your windows. Don't put your windows until you put your walls and your doors in. Then put in some exterior doors, and then after that, you're going to put in and these right here, by the way, these plumbing items right here. This is actually a toilet stall with a toilet. You want to make sure that the first one goes against the wall, and then the others will actually go right next to it, and it works great. But you got to get the first one against the wall. So you may have to flip it like this using the arrows to get it to work right. That's just, what you'll learn. And it's just kind of logic, but this first one, the actual toilet roll hanger would actually be on the wall. That's it. I think that's enough. So right now, that gives us 1 hour to work on that. And I think you guys can get pretty far with it. And that's it. So when you're done with that, yeah. Question? All good? Okay. So it's your call. It's your call. I mean, you don't want to be ridiculous. You don't want to have some make it 150 feet long. It's like, it's like, but yeah, it's your call. But think of it in terms of like a standard office is typically, is anywhere cubicles like anywhere from 8 feet to 10 feet, 8 by 8 to 10 by 10. If it's actually somebody who's actually a supervisor type of person, you're going to get probably more like 15 feet. Like you know how it works. You know how that game goes. But so it's going to be larger for that. But yes, sir.
What thickness are the interior walls?
5.5 inches. Interior 5.5. Yep. So yeah, have at it. And as you're working on this, and you don't have to put these out here. I put these concrete pads out there. They will probably work. But I'm not requiring you to do that. If you want to put those in, that's a little extra type thing because it depends upon what your design is. So I'm not going to put that constraint on you. So have at it.
Do I have to use those interior walls? Because I already put my walls in. And they're not.
You do not have to, no. You do not have to. Hmm.
Is there a vanity, Professor? You built a box around it?
Actually, there is. Oh, you mean for the sinks right here? Hmm. You know what? I don't know if I included one here, but you can look for one because I just got the countertop right there. If you want to take a look out on, go to Insert and then go to Load Artist Family, you can look out there and see because there's tons of casework out here. If you go out here and, um, like for instance, that's a 4 foot. I put 4 foot cabinets in there. So what I could do is just put in a base cabinet like that, or like this kind of a thing right here. And if you grab that, and then you just grab it. These are sink units right here, but you get the idea. And so if I just went with that one right there and hit load, I think, yeah. And so I don't even know the size of it, but it might be adjustable. So you go here, yeah, there it is right there. And that one is 30 inches. So what? Oh, there we go. And there's my 48 right there. Okay, so it's 48. So I'd take that and I'd put it right up underneath here. And yeah, so there you have it. And then I take a look and have to verify that that it's correct as far as the configuration, but you get the idea. Does that help?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. No, it came out perfect. All right. Yes, it did. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Do you want us to stagger doors?
You can put them in anywhere you want.
Why does it say 1 hour? Next to, like,
Oh, that's a basically. So yeah, thank you. When you're working with that's a great question. If it says 1 hour, what that means, that's a fire rating. And what happens is every time you're doing any kind of commercial building, and that's probably residential too now, is what happens is the doors are actually rated for how long they can withstand a fire. So 1 hour fire rating means that in a fire situation type thing, it's rated to last 1 hour before it gives out and you have real trouble. There's 2 hour rated doors, there's 3 hour rated doors, and it even goes higher. But that is. Walls and doors have ratings. And I didn't put these in there, but there's trash receptacles here too, like wall mounted trash receptacles. So it's something that certainly make use of as well, wall mounted.
And there's no specs on the amount of doors, right?
You can have as many doors as you want.
All right.
I also loaded up some double doors, but if you want a different kind of door, this is hey, the world is your oyster, man. You go for it. You go ahead and find a place. You can go out and take a look for other stuff too. So I'm trying to get you guys to get a little bit creative with this and just kind of enjoy it. And what's that?
There's no chairs.
Guess what? You can get one though. If you go to insert and go to load out as family, you can go out here and just get a chair. So if you don't have it, go look for it. And there we have a bunch of chairs. Oh, by the way, if you click your mouse and you start dragging the floor, has that happened to anybody yet? Trying to select things? Maybe, maybe not. Well, all right, there's a way to get around that, but when the question comes up, I will answer it. How do you get chairs? You go to the insert tab, and then you go to load out as family. And this brings you out to the cloud, and there's a ton of content out here. So I just typed in chair, and there's all this right here. Yeah. If you want to put some other cool stuff in there, feel free. I mean, I really applaud that. I think it's a great idea. I
How do you
think
get the Autodesk family again?
you go up here where it says insert,
Okay,
and then you go to load Autodesk family.
all right, thank you.
Yep. And that's if you also want to load different tables, you could do that too. There's a bunch of other tables out there. These are just what I grabbed.
Why can't you see it?
Excuse me. Thank you. Thanks. Interesting. Yeah. Okay, let's get out of there. I'll show you. All right, pressure, let's do this. Okay, so you want to move the door. Click on the door. Okay, and when you click on the door, there's the dimension right there. So do you want to move it, do you want to measure from the middle of the door, or do you want to move from the, measure from the edge?
Well, usually I was able to just use it with the dimension lines.
Mhm.
And now it's now like that's.
Yeah, what happens is the dimension, yeah, okay, that's 10 inches. Yep, okay, right. And then, okay, pressure escape heat. And now click on this and see if it does. Now, pressure escape heat. You click on that. And yeah, that's not coming up with, yeah, because the permanent dimension doesn't do that. So what you got to do with this is, if it doesn't work, you can just drag this, you drag little blue circles to where you want to measure to, and then you just type the value in.
Okay,
Okay,
all right.
yep. Actually, so it's always the blue dimensions, the temporary dimensions, those are the parameters. Those actually cause constraints and so forth. So those what you have there. Now, the little secret is the black ones can also turn into temporary dimensions, but it's kind of a strange thing because it doesn't always do it like it did in there. It's almost like it has to be a certain distance. So anyway, yeah, but you're right on it. All right, all right. How we doing, you guys? Looks good. You guys are making progress. Looks good. All right. Keep her going. Got about half an hour here. And if you don't finish tonight, that's okay. Get this as far as you can, but I think I think you guys are all going to finish. So when you're all done, you want to put in your ceiling and your roof. So you want to finish those things when you're done. Also, be looking with your camera, get some 3D views because it's kind of fun to see where you're at now. And don't forget, your ceiling plan has to go on the ceiling floor plan. Interesting.
I can't find a chair.
Yep, there's not one there. So what you do is you go to the Insert tab, and then you go to Load Autodesk Family. And when you do that, there's a bunch of chairs out there.
You use one.
Yeah.
Probably about their we choose it. So,
Question.
Yeah, so you said top constraint of level 3,
Mhm.
but for the ceiling, you want it at level 2 with an offset of 12 inches, which is going to be below.
12.
top.
Did I write inches? That's 12 feet.
12
Is it?
feet,
12
sorry.
feet.
But
Actually,
it's still going to be below the top straight of level 3, isn't it?
actually, what's going to happen is level 3 is actually at 12 feet. So I'll show you.
So why don't we just set
That's a
it
great
at 3?
question. You could do that too. You could, well, yeah, when I was working with this right there, I changed things around. So you could do it either way.
Okay.
Yeah. So over here, just to show you what you got though, if you go here and you go to your 3D view, let me go to elevation view. If you go to here, this is what they are. So you got level 1 is down here, level 2 is here, and level 3 is there. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So level 3 is actually 12 feet above. So you could do it either way. All right. Yep. Yeah.
I had trouble putting off the roaster top.
Yes. Let me show you something here about that. That's kind of interesting, isn't it? So let me show you what you do here. So what you do in that situation is obviously this doesn't like that. So what you have to do is you have to give it an elevation here. So it's got to be off the floor. So you see where I've clicked over there, the blue. So if I make it 3 feet, okay, it brings it right up there. However, if it doesn't quite look right, but what I found is that if I use 3 feet and 2 inches, 3 space 2, then I can see little feet show up, which works out great. And now this one right down here, this one's a little different. This one you actually have to give it a work plane. So if I grab this, I can actually take it and I can drag it to a new position, but it needs a new work plane is what it needs. So I'm going to go to pick new. Now pick the surface of this table. When I click there, it likes that. Okay. So this is where you get into elevations. This is where when you're working with Revit, again, you're in 3D. And so
Those don't go on the same table.
what's that?
Those don't go on the same table.
They could. I didn't. No, you can go anywhere you want to. What I did is I kind of grouped them all together. So if I have one row of nut roasters, I have all nut roasters. For this one, you can even put 2 on each one if you want to. But yeah, but you just have to make sure it's on the surface. And that's a little bit of a, I deliberately didn't fix that for you guys. So you had to think it through and do it. Yeah.
So for that one, you.
Yep. And that's exactly what you got to, you got to pick a new work plane and go right on top and find it. So yeah. And these different families, by the way, depending upon who made them, they're all kind of different. Some you can actually control them and you actually tell how far you want numerically. Others, you have to give them a new face, a new surface. It depends upon who made it. Because, it's a little bit of a wild, wild west out there with people making Revit stuff. So I'll let yours go. And all right, looking good, you guys. Like what I'm seeing here. And this gives you an idea as far as like what it'll look like when you're all done. I also put in a ceiling and I also put in some I went and I downloaded some ceiling fixtures, just why not, so I did that. Okay, got 16 minutes, guys. And if you need more time, feel free because what we could do is I could give you a little bit more time next week. But I think you're all getting pretty close to this, so I'll let you determine that. And when you're done putting the roof on, I gave it a 212 roof pitch, kind of like a hockey rink, because that's, basically it's like probably a steel truss type construction. And that would be And that would be suitable for this particular thing. You could also make it a flat roof if you want to.
Are we doing base level 2 for the roof since the ceiling?
That's going to be, the roof is on level 3. And as you begin to put the roof on, it'll actually ask you, you're not putting on the lowest level. Do you want to do that? So it should ask you.
That's what you just. How do you define the roof pitch system? But it was just. Also, the pitch system.
You guys are good in there, looking good.
Is this roof correct?
Let me take a look. Is that Sam?
You're on Derek right now. Yeah.
Okay, who's that?
Sam.
It is Sam. Okay, I thought okay, there we go. Okay, yeah, yeah. You know, the problem with that right there, let me show you, is we talked about this before. Remember, when you're working with your roofs, um, you want to make sure that you don't have a slope on all the sides, because that gives you a hip roof, which is just not really gonna be, wouldn't really work. But if we just take that away, see that right there? Yep. And then we just got to make the exterior walls attached to the top like that. And actually, we'll go back to here a second here. And I think, okay. Yeah, so we think we check mark just like that. And then you're good to go. And then I'm going to select all these walls. And we'll just attach them. There you go. Now, one thing about this is you see how your ceiling is peeking out here? Ceiling should go to the inside corners, okay? So what you would do there is you would go to your ceiling plan for level 2, and you would I'm not really sure unless you not sure where you put it. But your ceiling, you just would have to make sure your ceiling is yeah, I'm not seeing it. But the thing is you just want to make sure ceiling is not poking through and showing up like this right here. See that? That's your ceiling. So with that selected, you just want to find that and you'd want to refine that. So I'll let you work on that. Take it from there. I'll give you back your yeah, there you go.
I can't get my ceiling roof for some reason. It just keeps giving me a bunch of errors.
Okay.
Maybe one, two.
Let's see here. And that's Joey. Let me go there, Joey. All right, so let's go here and let me jump out here and take a look at yours and go to here. Okay, so look at the what's that?
Also, if you click on level 1 at the top, it's just blank.
Yeah, that's correct, because we drew this on level 2, so you're good to go there. So let me just take over here for a second. Let's see what we got. Okay, so now I've got yours, right? Okay, so then what you'd want to do is this is going to go to level 3. So level 3 is where it's going to go. So we'll go here, and what we're going to do is we're just going to do our roof. And so we do the roof, a couple things. First, let me get this out of here. Defining slope, you're going to go ahead, you're going to give it a 1 foot overhang, just because it's more correct that way. And we want to put a slope on one side and on the other. And we also want to make that a 212 roof pitch, because you don't want it too steep. Like I said, the thing I always think of is a hockey rink. And then you don't define a slope for the other two sides. Go to here and you go to there. And when you got that, you hit your green check mark and we take a look at it and you get that kind of a look. You with me? Yeah. And then what you do is you want to select all your walls. So you go here, go tab and click on that. And then you want to attach just like that. And there you go. Make sure you save it. Also, that could use some windows.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and now I can do the ceiling with the roof is on?
Yes. And you would go so to do your ceiling, you go here to level 2 ceiling plan right here, and it would go right here. And just to show you how this works, if you go to your ceiling, if you go here, you'll notice that each of these, you can just use automatic ceiling. Just drop them in just like that.
Okay.
So it's a piece of cake. Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Victor.
I need some help with my roof.
Now, let me take a look. I'll get you. Okay. We'll get you there. Okay. I see what's going on. So let me just go ahead and jump over here. I'll show you exactly what's going on. So, all right. So what's happening here is a couple things. First off, we click on that. It's we're just going to delete it and we'll make a new one real quick. So click on this and delete that. And just get rid of that because I saw, okay. And the other thing, yeah, your ceiling, you kind of brought the ceiling out to the very edge, I think, which is a little on the problematic side because you've got ceiling too. Yeah, I'm not even seeing your ceiling right there, but we'll deal with it. So anyway, we'll go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and just get rid of the ceiling right now. Where is that? We got that on level 2. Level 2 ceiling, that should be fine. Except for the only thing you just want to bring it in to the you just don't want it to be, yeah, that seems like that's kind of in the wrong place. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm just gonna do this. Right now, we'll leave that alone. We'll leave it alone. And we'll just concentrate on the roof. So if we go to the roof here, which is actually got to go to level 3, we go here, and to put the roof on, you would go to roof. And then when you go to roof by footprint, you'd want to do a couple things. First of all, you want to define slope for the 2 sides. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to give it an overhang of 1 foot just because that makes sense. And then I'll go ahead and just touch it here and touch it here. And the other thing I want to do is I want to give it a 212 pitch just because it's not too steep like that. And then I'm going to uncheck this for define slope. I'll go here and here. And that's going to give me a roof like I did for mine. And when you go there, it's going to give you something that looks like there. Okay. All right now, yeah. Okay, we're just going to put that down. Yeah, we'll just put on level 2. So I'm not sure what's different there, but we'll just go ahead and do that. So we should be good to go there. And yeah, and then this thing right here, that ceiling, I'm just going to delete that ceiling right now. And what we're going to do is we're going to take these, the tab, and we're going to attach the top. All right, and then what you want to do for your ceiling, you want to go here to ceiling plans for level 2. And what you would do is you'd go out here to your ceiling plan. And out here, this whole thing can just be made of ceiling. See that red line there, Victor? So you click on that, and it says you can't see them. That's okay. It's just in that view you can't see them. But if we go over here, you won't see them here, but you also don't see it peeking out anymore. But if you go here to your level 2 plan, your regular floor plan, and if you go to here, you can now, when we go in here, this is where it's going to look kind of cool. Because we're going to go here to camera, and I'm going to go ahead and put a camera in here and take a look here, and you'll be able to see your ceiling. See that there?
Yeah.
Yeah, so now that's all, you got everything perfect. So that's good. Yeah, it looks great. So I'll leave you to continue. Does that make sense though?
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, it's like working with ceilings and roofs is a little bit can be a little bit hairy. Okay, we're just about there at the at the 10-2. So I don't want to keep you guys any longer. So save your work if you have it done. Do most of you feel like you need a little more time to finish this?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay. I'll tell you what. Starting class next week, I'm going to give you guys about a half an hour to kind of wrap things up. Okay, it should be enough time. So save this. Make sure you save it. Again, if you don't have a thumb drive, just send it to yourself via email. And that'll be it. So if you want to submit it, yeah.
You know how I did saved it as template to save the credit?
Yep.
How does that change? What does that change? Is that gonna risk it being lost?
No. So all you got to do is you want to save it as a project though right now. So what we'll do is this. I'll show you what you do. So you save it as a template. This happens all the time. And so go ahead. You got it saved, right? Save as template. Yep. And save it to your desktop. So go to the left versus desktop. Yep. And just give it some name there. Okay. I'll have you on the screen there. Okay, you got that saved?
Yep.
Go and close out there. File and go to close. Okay, and then go to new. Click on new. Okay. And then go over to browse. Browse up your desktop. So click on the same desktop over to the left. There it is. And then you want to hit a click on date model. Usually find it. Just grab warehouse file, and hit open. And go ahead and nope, just hit OK. There you go. And now go to file, save as. Yeah, see you guys. Save it, there you go. That's it. Okay. And Jackson, check these out real quick. Nicely done, you guys. Looking good.
I'm noticing you said next week. Are we not meeting?
No, we're Thursday. This used to be a once a week, and so I'm sorry. That's sorry about that. We are definitely meeting.
That's okay. Just
Yeah.
wanted to
No,
clarify.
you're good. You're good. It's my error. Okay, so here we are. Okay, so let's see what we got here. So that looked good, and so let's see what we got here for you. This was there, and you've got. Let me take over for a second here. Remote control. Grab
Oh, in
this.
case I forget, I might not be here next Thursday.
Okay.
I don't know for a fact, but I might not.
Okay. All right. Let's do this. We'll get rid of this and we'll discard the roof. All right. Then we're going to do this just to make it a little easier to see. Gonna make a hidden line. All right. Now this is what I always do when I work with roofs, Jackson. You go to roof and you're always okay. So you're using your basic generic roof and that's fine. And you always want to use defined slope for this kind of a roof, but you only have defined slope for two sides. And I want to give it an overhang too. So I'm going to go here, I'm going to touch it here like that, and touch it there like that. Now the actual slope on this is going to be 212, which is a much shallower roof pitch. I'm going to uncheck define slope and go here and go there. And at that point, we should be good. There we have it. Take a look at 3D. And okay, so that's so put up level 3. All right, level 3. Boom. All right, and then we're going to grab your walls and we're going to attach them. Yep, that's good. So save it, and then you are good to go. And we'll wrap this up next week. Looking good, everyone. Victor, this is a nice looking elevation, nice preview here. Looking good. Oh, you already closed out of it, but it was nice. All right. All right. Have a good night, you guys. And we'll see you on Thursday, not next week. But Thursday. I will be here. All right.
See you on Thursday.
Yep. Yep.
What's in the middle? In the middle.
In the middle table? Oh, I think I put I forget what I put on there. I think I put yeah, there's coffee grinders, there's coffee roasters, there's nut roasters. This one.
So I was not here last class, and so I wasn't able to finish the CAD classroom. Or the sorry, the garage floor plan.
Yep.
So
Do you need this?
okay, can I just
And it's all in the video.
Okay.
And so you just want to go through the video and you can just take that with you.
okay.
And also it's on Brightspace. The
Yeah.
PDF is on Brightspace. You can
Yeah,
just do that.
the only thing I completed everything the day before.
Okay.
Last on Tuesday. I might not have the roof.
Okay.
And then just this window.
Okay.
And then you guys did the slab underneath.
Yep, we did slab, and we actually did a slab edge right there. And again, the video,
Okay, so I'll just go look at it.
just do that.
Okay.
Probably the best way. That way you'll understand why we do it too.
Sweet, yeah. All right. Sweet. Thank
All
you.
right, yeah, take that with
sweet,
you.
thank
Just because I'd rather you have it.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're doing great. That's good.
How do you get this thing to stand up?
Yeah. Oh, that one? I think I know what's going on with this. Okay, what we do is, okay, let's take a look at 3D. Do a camera. So yeah, because what's happening here is choose this place on face. Try it again. There it is. That's right there. You see, this was, and why it was defaulting to place on vertical face, I have no idea, because that's a completely bogus thing. So somebody somewhere just kind of made a bogus definition. Oh man, look good. It's not fun, isn't it? Love it. And when we get into rendering, we're going to be able to actually kind of like take this stuff and kind of turn it up a notch. And so we're just pretty darn close to what we want in the room. And so yeah, it's good. Yeah, and I'm gonna have to get out of here, my friend. So if you could wrap that up, that'd be great. You have time next week?
Thank you, Professor.
Hey, have a good night. Yep. And Bryce, we're gonna have time next week to work on this, okay? All right. Have a good night. Yep.